So we want to open the floor now to comments, questions. We have a number of people that do cross-border business and others interested in doing that. So what are some of the things that are on your minds today?
Minister, there was a story in the Globe today with respect to, I'll take you start on the education, with the business for a second, with respect to Dalhousie Medical School and the fact that they're planning to sell 10 of their medical school spots to the Saudis for $75,000 each. And as Minister of International Trade, I'm just wondering what your thoughts are about us selling spots in some of our, premier education facilities to foreign countries. Secondly, I'm wondering, is education a component of what you do when you go travel the world, talk about encouraging foreign students to Canada? And secondly, or I guess thirdly, do you think that, how do you balance the taking spots away from Canadian students versus attracting foreign students to Canada?
Well, I'll start with the last one, because that really, I think, is the core of the concern. We should not, in an effort, take the medical school example, to increase our intake and training of foreign students, end up having insufficient doctors or nurses or whatever here in Canada. So that's something that the provinces have to manage properly with the educational institutions, so that we are getting enough opportunities for Canadians. Now, once that is said, there's no doubt that Canada, I talked earlier about the importance of the knowledge economy. There are huge benefits to us in being able to educate foreign students and attract foreign students, and I've certainly been making efforts with our department and with the universities and colleges in Canada to encourage more of that, whether it be trade missions. We just had a series of university presidents go to India, more focused marketing. We're trying to get that to happen because we are in a competition for global talent. And if we get people to come and study here, other than the fact we have a first-class education product to sell, there's some local benefits to economies, people arguing and so on. But more important than all of that is, at the end of their studies, we have as a government made it easier for them to stay here, if they want to continue to stay here and work here. And that means we're attracting high-quality, highly skilled people that have a lot to offer our economy, and then having been here for a number of years, getting educated, have proven to put down at least some tentative roots. But even if they don't stay, and they go back home to India, to China, to someplace in Africa, anywhere, all of a sudden we have people who are highly skilled, highly educated, who have networks in Canada, who are likely to go into business. And when they say, who do I want to do business with, who do I want to trade with, who do I want to, I've got an opportunity here to sell something, they'll have networks and contacts back in Canada. That means long-term growth and jobs for Canada. So the economic benefits for us, the long-term economic benefits on all sides of this equation are very, very positive. So that's something I very much encourage. It's a good thing for Canada, whether these foreign students stay here or return home, but it should not be done in a fashion that you end up squeezing out and not having enough medical practitioners here in Canada, for example. So I don't know how that's being managed. That's up to the provinces. It's their responsibility under the Constitution. But I'll give you an example. Saudi Arabia, who they want to sell spots to, actually it's a huge proportion, I think it's 20%, a huge proportion of their medical professionals have actually been trained in Canada. Their Minister of Health went to the University of Alberta. We signed a health cooperation accord with them. They're investing $14 billion in expansions to their healthcare system. They want to use the Canadian system as a model. That means an awful lot of opportunities for consulting contracts for Canadians, for design-build projects, people that have designed and built hospitals here in Canada, construction companies and so on, to then sell that expertise, architects, people in medical devices, and drug companies, to transfer all of that and make money in Saudi Arabia. Why? Because those folks studied here in Canada, saw what we had to offer, and saw it was a great model to work from. So we've been working together with the province of Ontario to maximize some of the potential benefits there. But there are ways certainly to do it without sacrificing our own priorities on getting first-rate quality healthcare here.